weird.
Was that microphone on?
We're so sorry to assault you with that awkward video first thing Saturday morning, but we're glad you're here.
No, we're not, actually.
I love that song.
What was that?
I don't know what that was.
Chuck Hagel clapping out of tune?
Right.
That was a tease for everyone, including us.
That'll be more on that coming up throughout the show, including this. We have the evidence now, the scientific proof that men around the house so that they never have to do them again.
Proving what we already knew.
Yeah, I don't know how to fold the laundry. I don't have to do it again.
I just broke a dish while loading up the dishwasher. Honey, I should never do this again.
More on that. We're going to have some scientists on the show a little bit later to confirm our suspicions.
All right, but first we have some Saturday morning headlines. It's like the old car phone in the plastic bag that it used to have, or the Zach.
Do you remember those old ones? Yeah.
Although they seem to have returned to the same size. This is the 6 Plus, and it's like a Zach Morris phone. Hello?
We're coming full circle.
Well, did you hear about this story? A mom was out shopping with her kid when her kid started screaming and was acting unruly. When another mom nearby decided that she would speak.
Trying to sort that all out. But our question for you this morning is, should this woman have gotten involved? If you see a child misbehaving in the store, do you go and say something to the parent, say, come on, you really need to take care of your child better?
Okay, first of all, it's wrong to punch people out in the parking lot of the mall.
Well, if you're on an airplane, I'm full. For someone to come up to me and tell me that my child is crying, don't you think I am aware of that? However, if the child is starting to do something,
but I mean, if the child is just crying, the last thing you need is someone to pile on. There's no more tense moment in the world than when your child is making a scene.
But some parents are just inept. You guys are both amazing parents. Unfortunately, there are some couples who can't have kids, and some people who do have kids shouldn't have kids, right?
Sure.
So where do you draw the line? I remember one time I said something to a woman who got out of her car. She had a kid in the back seat in a car seat, and it was like 1,000 degrees outside. She gets out, leaves the car running, and is running into like the subway or something.
That's illegal.
I yelled at her. I'm like, "What are you doing?" And she starts yelling at me. So where do you draw the line? Do you ever get involved in somebody else's parenting?
Well, I think if it's a matter of life or death,
if there's crying, no. But if there's neglect, of course. So if that mom were, I don't know. I mean, I'd be hard pressed if I saw in a grocery store a mom smack her child, a 1-year-old child, in the head. Clearly, that's a problem. I mean, I don't know how I'd react because it would take an awful lot to get me to intervene into someone else's parenting. What would you do? 1-year-old child get hit by a parent in the grocery store, and you were standing right there. Would you just do what would you do?
It's a fine line, I guess. Yeah. But you know when you see it.
Yeah, I guess you do. Let us know what you think. Go to Facebook and weigh in on this. How would you handle it?
All right, some other stories making headlines on your.
He's going to jail? I'd make a run for it.
He jumped over like 2 pews. That was
what's the option? Sit there passively and go to jail? No thanks.
You're going to run out?
Like most people do.
Yeah.
Rick Reich needs to be hightailing.
Thanks, Rick. Well, next up, the president offering a message.
Morning. So during that press conference, rather than patting Republicans on the back and seeing this as a referendum on the Democratic Party and the low voter turnout, let's watch.
On to that.
Okay, on Thursday we saw an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal from John Boehner and from Mitch McConnell, the presumptive Senate Majority Leader, and laying out what the Republican Party plans to do. Let's hear from Mitch McConnell here.
Folks didn't love it, and they really want to see him in action now.
Yeah, it seems like Americans are just really frustrated with gridlock in Washington, D.C., and ready for the Republicans to do something. Lee Carter, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.
49 minutes after the hour this Saturday morning, and coming up on Fox and Friends.
Well, hey, ladies. We have the dirty, dirty truth this morning.
According to a new study, 43%
Facebook page, friends at foxnews.com. You can weigh in there on our Facebook page as well.
Yeah, does bargaining work? If you do this, I'll do this. Maybe that works.
To the test.
Still ahead. It was, in fact, a Republican landslide. But
reviews like, what are people saying?
It was a home run.
His car collection. Take a listen. About his appearance too and him doing stand-up. I think the thing that I loved about Jay Leno doing stand-up is that he would spend a long time sort of honing his act. You can tell he spent like a long time working on that routine last night.
Oh, well, this is what we've learned at HollywoodLife.com.
I don't think he was terribly thrilled that he got sort of pushed out at NBC.
He was not happy about that, but
act and was able to hone it. Great to see you this morning, and congratulations, you just got married last.
I did, and it's my husband's 30th birthday today, so happy birthday.
Thanks, Chloe. Great to see you this morning. Thanks. Coming up, this week marked historic wins for black politicians.